All right, let's make some seller calls today. I'm going to do more of a live style, just kind of going through it because I have a lot of people that text me back. I did a text blast just now and I got a lot of sellers texting me back. So I'm just going to go one by one and just call and kind of keep it live. The other ways is I would like pause it and stuff as you've seen in my other videos. So it's mainly calls. But I'm just going to be talking and hopefully providing some value to you while I'm making calls. So let's get it. Just eating a little midday ice cream. Hello, Candice?
No, sir. Wrong number.
Oh, this is regarding Lewis Drive. Is that yours?
No, sir.
Okay.
Wrong number.
Okay, bye. All right, so that's the wrong number. So I will put here, do not contact. So I'm entering this on my CRM. So if you're a sales rep or if you're wholesale business owner, whatever, always put notes. Always, even like if it's bad. Show me how clean your notes and your pipeline are. I'll show you how much money you're going to make. Now we're calling more leads. Harkers Island, North Carolina. Hello. This is Raul. I was calling about Jennifer Drive.
Yes, Raul. What can I do for you?
I'm sorry, man. Are you looking to sell that property?
Listen, why have all of a sudden have I talked to 5 people about selling the house? Please explain to me what's going on. One person called me and I told them I am not actively pursuing selling the house. I said I would sell it for X amount, okay? And now I've had 6 people call me about selling the house. Do you guys have some kind of thing, some kind of list? I'm getting texts. What the hell's going on, man?
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm not sure exactly what's going on. To be quite honest with you, we buy like data of people who might be looking to sell, and we call. I'm giving you the full truth. So if there's other people calling, I'm not sure, but yeah.
You got to get me out of that loop. I mean, I told somebody I would sell the house for X amount just because they're like, no, yeah, you wouldn't sell it? I go, yeah, if I got X amount, I would, but I'm not selling the house. And anybody that's calling around to buy properties, okay, is usually looking to get a good enough deal to flip the property.
Yeah.
And that's not going to happen because I'm not selling it that cheap. And you know what I mean? So yeah. I think wasting each other's time here.
No problem. I mean, just so I know, like, did you have a price in mind to see if I'm close or no?
What? Do you have an idea what you want to offer me?
I see like fully fixed up. It seems to be probably in like the 500, maybe like low 500s, high 400s. Does that sound right?
Okay. Well, listen, I'm looking for 425. Okay, that's a fair price.
Does it need work?
Underneath the house a little bit because it used to have, an illegal. You can't call it second floor because they're on stilts. It's a shore house.
Right.
But there used to be a bedroom down there and stuff like that. But we've just ripped all that out. We redid all the siding, put the windows in, all new trim inside, updated the electrical service. What the hell else we did? Roof, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, the house furnished. It's furnished. It could use. Okay, do deck boards, which we'll get to this summer. But it's our vacation house. We're not like really, again, actively pursuing selling it.
Right.
But if somebody wants to give us $4.25 for it, then we'll move on to get another vacation house.
Fair enough. Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, I'll. So it seems like the under the house because it's the elevated one. It's on the water, right?
110 foot of water frontage, correct.
Damn, that's a pretty big one. Yeah, notice I saw some old pictures here online. I was just doing a little research before I called you. But But that might have been when you bought it, so I'm sure it looks a lot different. And like the inside, does it?
Yeah,
You know,
now it's what color is it, Patty?
But the outside,
Yeah.
it's like a shorey blue, turquoisey blue.
Yeah, like a teal kind of. It's a real beachy blue color on the outside, and we
White.
put
White.
what the hell's that? Stone siding. It's got hardy board siding. All the trim's 𝐒𝐸𝐥𝐥 now, so it's all plastic. You know,
nice.
like their new windows and the heater's got a new heater air conditioner too.
Okay, nice. And the roof?
The roof's within 5 years.
Okay, got it. All right, fair enough. Okay, yeah. I mean, based on that, I could definitely do my like quick little research and see if I'll be near your number or at your number. And I know you're not really looking to sell it, so if I'm not close, I won't waste your time, or I'll I won't even call you. But if I'm close, I'll give you a shout.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I'm sorry you guys are getting all that. I know this happens sometimes with these companies, but I assure you, this is at least the first time I reach out to you. But I'm sure, like, I don't know, maybe you got on some lists and then it pops up. It even happens to me, and I'm in the business and I get a bunch of calls sometimes. So I know how frustrating it could be.
Okay, you have a good day.
Yeah, no problem, man. Take care.
Okay, bye.
It turned a negative into a positive. So let me put some notes here. I always start with motivation. I would say like low to medium. I'd always like to like title it like low, medium. I think he's more motivating than he set out to be, because I mean it's a vacation home and now you want to sell it, and I don't know. I would say he's pretty motivated. Looking to sell vacation home, maybe to buy another one. I didn't really do like a full appointment like I could have, because he was just so not mean, but he was so like not wanting it. Usually I would ask, hey, why not list it? Why not rent it? Why not keep it? Why not refinance it? Why not fix it up yourself? I would dive a little deeper. This one was not my best call, but I was kind of matching his like vibe. I didn't want to, like keep him on the phone if he didn't want to be, but that was kind of maybe a mess up on my part. I could have done a little better there. Looking to sell vacation home, maybe to buy another one. Conditions, I would say needs medium rehab. Deal killers. Then I put time. Pretty much ASAP. He could sell, from what I gathered. Other people, seemed like his wife was there. Stuff, I put like vacant. And price, he says 420. So I'll do the numbers later. Since it's not so hot, I'm not gonna like do the numbers right now and make an offer. If it was hot, I would stay on the phone with him. I'd do an appointment and I'd make him an offer right here on the call. But when they're not hot, I don't like to waste 15, 20, 30 minutes. And I was kind of really doing my math. My guess is that the ARV of this one is probably like 480. So we'd probably have to be like around 300, and it didn't seem like he was like having it so much. So I'm going to put this to Ernesto, and then I'm going to keep moving on. Bradley Polak. Let's see here. Man, I got a lot of text back from my...
Brad Pollock.
Hey, Brad, how you doing?
Good as this.
Good. I'm sorry. This is Raul. We're just texting from my other number about Jackson Ave.
Yes, sir.
Nice. So I did get your text about the 350. So is this something you are looking to sell, right?
Yes.
Okay. How's the condition of it?
It's in great condition.
Okay. And I guess like the magic question is, how did you get to the 350?
No idea.
Fair enough. So it's kind of like, isn't that really, so it sounds like it's not something you're really looking to sell. It's like if you got your number or something, right?
We're selling the place.
Okay. But you haven't done any like market, like haven't looked around to see what things are selling for?
I think we've both heard of Zillow.
We both what?
I think we've both heard of Zillow.
Yeah. Did you see what Zillow has your property at?
I'm sure I have. I've got I've got several properties. I get them confused.
Okay. No, yeah. Okay. I just wanted to understand. My job is not to convince you. I just want to understand of like how you got your numbers to see if I missed something. I am human, so I can make mistakes. I saw like low to mid 200s is what it's worth fully fixed up.
Say that again?
I saw fully fixed up it being worth like low to mid 200s.
Yeah. Okay. I appreciate your call.
But that's why I wanted to understand. What did you see? Maybe I
Yeah.
missed something.
No, listen. You're an investor,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm an investor. Okay. We both need to make money off of end users,
Right.
not each other. So we're wasting each other's time.
I understand that. I was just curious how did you see that number? Because I just wanted to understand.
That's where we're going to start at. That's going to be our asking price.
Got it. But there's no like rhyme or reason. It sounds like it's just because.
Because it's a great property. It sits on an acre of land. It's beautiful.
Okay. All right. Well, best of luck to you, man. I'll pass on it.
Appreciate it.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
You gotta have a little fun sometimes, So I'm gonna put here no go. Okay. So now we got Mark Mule. Let's call this guy. At least we're getting a lot of pickups. That's always nice. Hello, Mark.
Speaking.
Hey, this is Raul. That we were texting my other number about Mitchell Road.
Oh, hey, man.
How are you, dude?
Yeah, I didn't see any dialogue in the text log when you just sent that, so I didn't know what you were talking about.
Oh shoot, my bad. Yeah, I was texting from we might have texted on this number before, but no, just reaching out about Mitchell Road. Is this something that you're still looking to sell?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Yeah, I think I have on my notes here. Last we spoke, you had an offer for like 225 around there. What's going on with that?
I think he's trying to flip it. Honestly, he's playing games. I think he's trying to flip the contract.
Gotcha.
Because I've been doing real estate for 25 years myself.
Right.
So it's not my first rodeo. I'm actually helping a family member on this one. My wife's family. So I'm trying to do them a favor, but at the same time, I'm still trying to get them the most they can get. Where are you at on it? I mean, no bullshit, just straight cash offer, walk away with X amount of dollars.
125.
Yeah, no, I can't get near to that.
I know.
Yeah, I've had anywhere from that's the lowest offer I've received is like 150. So I'm between like 150 and 225. Like there's a whole venue of people I can go choose from. So you're
I know, but I'm the lowest, but I'm the lowest BS too. But let me ask you this: why don't you guys list it? If you're an agent, why don't you just list it? Why are you wasting time with all this stuff?
Yeah, I might actually do that. We've been talking about that.
Yeah, that's a good idea because we've been talking since November, and you've been kind of saying the same thing.
We're not in any rush. To be honest with you, it's not like we need the money or anything. They're staying in another one of my properties. This is just an investment property, and she used to be her primary, and so there's a lot of history behind it. And long story, but I won't get into. But there's no rush per se on it. But at the same time,
also,
the more it sits there, the more it's going to deteriorate as well. So
yeah, and then you're an agent, so you know yourself. Like, I just don't see the market getting much better. Like, I think if all those slew of buyers, if you ask them in 3 months, all their offers might be a little lower.
Oh no, I'm sure it's going to come down because the way they're building everywhere, I see 06, 07, 08 written all over this again.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I'm up in northern Pasco, and they're building like there's like a fucking wildfire burning them out of Tampa. I mean, it's just like I can't believe the amount of growth that's happened in the last 5 years. And it, honestly, I think it's, it's another direct correlation, I think, like I said, to the 06, 05 through 08 era, where they just overbuilt. And I mean, the only good thing now is that they're making most people put 20%, skin in the game. So,
right.
There's actually, what's up?
To get a loan is difficult nowadays.
Correct. So that's the only, kind of saving grace, if you will. But the thing you're right about is that it's going to, the building is going to push, it's supply and demand, right? It's Econ 101.
Yeah.
They keep building, supply keeps going up. People are having a hard time getting loans, even though they say the economy is on fire. So until something changes, I mean, I hope we don't go back to that.
I really hope
05060 down, and we're getting money fucking back, and we're getting 10 grand back at closing. To,
that shit was
kind
nuts.
of era. I don't even know if you remember that, but I don't know how long.
I started a little after. I started in 2012, so I was kind of like on a different side of it. But yeah, I mean, I've heard stories.
You're on the cleanup side. 2012 there were some really good deals floating, dude. If you would have bought a shit ton of property from like 12 through like, I don't know, 18.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. That 6 year span there, golden.
Yeah. That's where I want to get to again. I know the 2008 thing was a nightmare, but I think if we can find a way to get to like that 2011, well, 2011 was rough, like 2012 and up, that was kind of like a nice period for a lot of people.
Yeah, because economy started doing better. We started to get, kind of our feet back on the ground economically, and people started buying again, but prices were low because there was a flood of shit all over the market because of all the foreclosures. So prices were really low. I mean, they were a third to half of what they are now. Some instances a quarter of what they are now. But in most scenarios and mainstream, they were a third to half of what it is now. So I mean, it's been a really great era, the last decade or so.
No, for sure.
But yeah. Unfortunately, I mean, I'll present it, but honestly, I think you're going to have to be like at least 175.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, what do you realistically think that like it'll go for? Whether they sell?
I realistically think 175 net to buyer. I mean net to seller. From the buyer, hey, you take care of taxes or whatever else is out there or whatever else. It's like they're going to need a net, I think, that to move on into another deal. Because right now I have them in one of my properties and they're going to need to buy something else. So
from my notes here, I have that the back one is bad. It needs total redo. Is everything like all the conditions still the same?
Honestly, the back one, man, if you can, I mean, between me and you, I don't know how comfortable you are with doing stuff, but if you kept the window that's in that back trailer and were able to sneak in and out something, right? You find something on like a repo or something and just, you don't want to lose the grandfather. You don't want to just pull that one out of there without putting another one there.
Right.
So because you cannot get that zoning anymore in Pasco County, period. They've eliminated it 2 on an acre. So that's what makes this property so attractive for an investment standpoint is you can literally pull $2,400, $2,800, $3,000. I think once you get them right, I don't think $1,500 for a 3-2 mobile home is out of the question. I think you'll get $1,200 to $1,800 somewhere between there all day.
That sounds right. Rent. That sounds right. Yeah.
So, I can't, I'm just saying $3,000 as like a baseline, at like $1,500 in the median there that you can bring in. So that's $36K a year. I mean, the recapture, and I know you're going to have to probably put, let's say you got 200 into it, even by the end of the day.
Yeah, I had here 70 on my.
Let's say you got 250. Let's just say you got 250 into it at the end of the day. Just 75K. Even if you can't find something, you got to rebuild the back one. It costs you $50,000 or something. That's what 250, 30. That's almost 40 a year. That's 5. That's a 7-year recapture. I mean, that's a phenomenal recapture.
Yeah, no, it is. It is.
Most things are a 15-year recapture, average of 12. So I don't know how long you've been doing this, but I've been doing it since Dallas in the late 90s.
Oh, shoot.
So not my first rodeo. I want to help them, But at the same time, I'm done taking my money. I mean, I put in a new well for them that I spent like 10 grand on. I rebuilt the back one once upon a time, but then they didn't take care of the roof, so it just fucked it all up again.
Oh my God.
Front one, the front one, I had patches and roof work done for them from some of my guys, but they're still. It needs a new roof. Long story short, and I put metal roofs on them. Metal roofs, and you're done. It's a little more expensive, but you know what? You can even go to Depot and get that freaking metal stuff there. But anyway, the long and short is, I think even at that price, even at 175, even at 200, you're still well under a 10-year recapture, what's normally acceptable in the investment arenas. So,
yeah, no, I agree with you. As a rental, as like that stance, yes, it's just the value
and as a
to
flip, it's even better, dude. As a flip, you'll probably get $200K a piece for those, maybe 225.
Really?
Once they're fixed up and they're primo, and you're going to spend a little more to do that. You'll probably have 100 into it.
Right, right.
Okay, I'm not going to bullshit you, all right? Because I'm a transparent person, don't like to play games. If you had 300 into them, I still think you're going to make 150K.
Really?
Yeah. I think those will go for 225, 229 all day. Go look at the market out there in Land O'Lakes. That's that Wesley Chapel Land O'Lakes corridor. It's right by 54 and 41, and everything is down 54. Everyone wants to be in that area.
Yeah, no, I know it's a good area, and they have that community they just built right there by right across the street, Deep Lake.
Yeah, it's directly across the street on Lake, off of Lake Patience.
Yeah,
literally before you get to Mitchell on Lake Patience, they built 2 brand new communities. One is a housing community, but it's all rental. All they wanted to do was rent it. It's one of those Blackstone deals, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then up the road, a little east of that, before you get to Mitchell, it's before you even get to the rental one, because the rental one is directly across the street almost from Mitchell. But before you get to that, there used to be a pine lot there, right after the railroad crossing. And I think Lennar or Pulte, one of the big builders, they built a huge master plan community right there too. And it backs up. You get in the back way through Stagecoach. I mean, it's a phenomenal area. You can sneak out to 41. You can sneak out to 54. It's just it has a lot of options, even though there's other trailers there, and some people turn their nose up because it's like trailer park. Eventually, that's all going to change, and people are going to keep building like they've been doing.
Yeah, that's a nice piece of land to just build a community, to be honest. It's not my business, but it's just like seeing it, because I see all the little communities that have been built nearby, and it's like, that's
correct.
A nice piece of land to do that.
Well, and that's only going to increase the value of the property, because I think the dirt as it stands right now, the dirt alone is probably worth $200 for an acre in Land O'Lakes.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, the trailers, I'm just giving away. I'm literally just giving away and saying, look, I need to get 175, 200K just for dirt. I mean, because that's just, I think, more than fair. You've already got improvements. I mean, a welder's 10 grand. You've got the shells of these homes, which, okay, they're not worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, but there's probably at least 50 to 75K worth of value there.
Right.
So, I mean, there's still value even in a flip. At 200K, I think somebody could put it on the market, which we might just do, and try to flip it out for 250 or something. Just put it on and see what it does, kind of situation.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, I like the idea of the 2, but it's one folio right now, right? As it is.
No, it's one folio, but it's 2 cards. If you go into the folio number, you'll see card 1 and card 2. Because they already have their own addresses.
Interesting. Okay? So it's almost like the
addresses have already been separated so that they could be their own separate entities. The only thing that you have to do in order to sell them individually would be to get a survey done and do a flag lot out the side there. So you know what I mean by flag lot? You have the flag up top and you have a little pole strip.
Okay.
A little pole strip would be your right-of-way access to the back where the big flag is.
Oh, I see. So it would have to have its own like entrance driveway thing.
Correct. So you'd have to come in on the south side of the front property. There's a driveway there that goes to the back, and you have to literally just survey that out and say this is an easement to the back one. Send that to the county. Boom, boom. You have your own separate parcel numbers now. But currently, they've already been separated address-wise, so they're recognized as 2 independent addresses because the county wanted that. They have their own septics. County wanted that. They share a well, which the county is okay giving their blessing to sharing a well. There's no problem with it. So they have their own power poles. Everything else is fine.
And the electrical, does it have like 2 meters?
It does.
Oh,
sure
interesting.
does.
Wow.
Yep,
Okay.
yep. No, you have to have meters and septics because the plumbing and the electrical systems have to be independent of one another. They can't feed one or the other, or they're not technically independent, right? The well is a different story. The well they don't care about for whatever reason. I don't get it myself, but they don't care that they share a well, and they'll still let you separate the two and sell them individually.
Yeah.
It's just an easement that's created in, just like the roadway, in the well.
Okay.
But other than that, man, it's, I mean, look at it. If it doesn't make sense for you, it doesn't make sense for you. But, I've got to make it make sense for us too.
Of course.
And I could never make 125 make sense. I had an offer like that 10 years ago for the play.
Now I got a better idea of it, to be honest, because I had the notes, but it wasn't so clear that it was 2 folios. I thought it was, you got the main one in the front and you had like a little RV in the back, kind of like
No. They are 2 complete double wide mobile homes.
See, okay.
The back one's a 96 Cougar, and the front, or *𝐿𝐴. Cougar is the other male.
It's another subject.
It's another subject altogether. And then the front one is like a 2000 or 2001 Palm Harbor. It's a really good home. It's a solid home. Just needs aesthetic, love. It needs new flooring. I had hardwood or laminate floors put in there, or whatever they call that, vinyl.
Right.
But the vendors kind of trashed that. Appliances, paint, flooring, roof. The rest of it, the bones are pretty good. As a rental, as a flip, you're probably going to need to do more. You probably need to resurface I think they sprayed the counters with something or another in the cabinets before. But, I mean, if you're going to flip it, I'd probably just redo the kitchens. They're cheap enough in mobiles to just, spend $5,000 and just make it look fresh.
Yeah, just make it look nice.
That's it, man. It's just, put granite or something in it. I mean, if you do them right, you probably get 225 without a blinking an eye. You might even get 250 because of just that area, and have a 3-2, under $200 or $300 a foot in that area is just, it's almost impossible to find if you do comps in Atlanta Lakes in that corridor.
Yeah.
So
that's true. I see one that just sold for 225, but it was just 132.
I'm telling you, I've been doing 25 years. I'm not bullshitting and blowing smoke in your ass. I don't want to waste my time or your time.
I understand.
There's money to be made. You can't understand how many calls I've had on this, and most people, I'm just like, look, just send me your offer, send it via text. I've had 1,000 tire kickers who have had one. Most people are looking for a fire sale. We're not into it. We don't care about it. It's not that we need it. So,
right.
I'm willing to leave money on the table, brother. I am. But at the same time, I'm not willing to take my shorts off and bend over a table, for them. Even though it's not me, you know what I'm saying? Even though it's not my money per se, it's family, and I guess eventually it will be. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
dude? It has to make sense.
It has to make sense. I get you. Well, now that I got to
help you make sense of it, because I do think if I were to do it, I just don't want to get into it because it's family, and we all know how family endeavors work.
Yeah.
But I were to do it, I would fix them up like primo, split them, flip them, because to get anything under $300K in that area that's decent is, I don't want to say impossible, but it's damn near for somebody to be in that area under $300K. So, at 225, 250, I think they will blow out, and you'll make 6 figures. Even with your holding costs and this and that, taxes, whatever you want to call it, there's 50 grand buffer in there because that was 150 spread before. Let's say you make 100. I still say it's a win.
Yeah.
So anyway, kick it around, do your numbers, do your homework. If you have any questions, I'm here for you, man. I can't give them away in good conscience. Otherwise, I might just buy them from them and just do it myself. Or like you said, just put them on the market and let the whole world see it. And let somebody appreciate it for what it is, I guess, in their own eyes. So I get it if it doesn't work for you. Let me know if it does. And, I honestly think it's going to have to be in that 175, 200 realm, like net to them, because they still have to move somewhere else at the end of the day. And they're not going to move here in Tampa. They're probably going to move northbound into the woods. So they don't need a ton of money, but they're still going to need something solid to get a nice little 3-2 block home, like up in Spring Hill or up past Brooksville or somewhere up there where it's cheaper. So I'm just giving you the lay of the land so you can appreciate it and understand it.
No, this is very helpful. This is very helpful. It was a lot different than what I had on my notes or what I had envisioned from what I wrote down when we first spoke. So
I apologize for that. Sometimes I just don't have the patience to explain things to people because I've gotten so many calls on this.
I bet.
I just feel like I want to throw up every time I get another one because I'm just, you know what I mean? It just gets to be that monotone, the same fucking conversation every fucking day. But anyway, I apologize for that because it's probably my fault for not being more thorough. And that's why I'm being so long-winded now because I am getting to the end of my rope with dealing with this. Right. And I'm going to do one or the other, like you said. Either pull the trigger on one of these people or list it. So see if it makes sense for you, man. I don't know. If it does, great. Let's we'll talk again. But I've got to run out the door. I've got an appointment. I trashed my knee, and I'm supposed to get an MRI. So,
wow. No, I'll take a look. Now I have all this info, and then this is my cell, and I have your cell, so I'll text you or call you if I'm close.
Text me your contact information and say who this is and what company and whatever else I can program you in. That way I know whichever number you're calling me from. Just try to stay with that one so I can see our text dialogue because I'm real big on networking and also trying to keep everything methodically in line like that.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't know, like, what are you talking about when I sent that text? Because I've typically got a lot of tangents going out there. But I do appreciate you following up. And, I hope it works for you. If it does, it's wonderful. If it doesn't, hey, man, no harm, no foul.
All right, man. I appreciate it. I'll do my homework for sure.
All right, brother. You got it. Talk to you soon.
Bye. All right. That ended pretty well. That ended pretty well. I freaking the guy could talk, I'll tell you that. All right, let's keep going. Lynn. There's a wholesaler. That was my dogs. My dogs were going crazy, but I'm actually in the middle of hiring a junior acquisitions rep. Well, I had one starting today and she didn't start. So now I'm going to have kind of like a little mini phone interview with one that from my Instagram. So let's see. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, what's up, man? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for reaching out.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just curious about what the opportunity is. For me, I work full-time as a realtor,
okay,
but on a month-to-month basis. Like, I have my occasional big commissions that come in, but I'd like to make more monthly. And I go to the office every day, and sometimes there's only 3-4 hours of work for me to do, or just do a few showings. But for the most part, I have a lot of time on my hands.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm not sure if I'm looking for a full-time position, but like a little bit more than part-time. So I don't know what it is you're offering, but I have time on my hands. So
gotcha. Nice, man. Yeah, I guess I saw from the image like Douglas Elliman and stuff. So it seems like you've been doing some real estate for a little bit. That's awesome. What do you mainly focus on, if you don't mind me asking? Like a residential?
I actually have my master's in real estate investment, so from FIU.
Sick. Awesome, bro.
I mainly focus on residential, luxury residential. Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's awesome, man. Cool. I mean, yeah. So for me, we do wholesale. And what I'm looking for this position is we generate a lot of leads, seller leads, and looking for somebody to basically call, help qualify, set up in-person appointments, set up like phone appointments to make an offer. A lot of texting, a lot of phone time, and a lot of emails, basically just getting sellers on the line and qualifying them essentially.
Right. And would you see that as a full 9 to 5 or what's the situation like?
I would say like 10, our days typically start around 10 a.m. till like 5, 6 p.m. Yeah, just
it's virtual. So like from home or from an office?
From home.
From home.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's not something that I would say probably realistically 30 hours a week would do the trick.
would you say it's semi-flexible, as if I needed to go for a showing, I can finish the showing and then do a call, or it's like the calls need to be made at a certain amount of time?
Overall, no, they don't need to be made at a certain amount of time. As long as they get done. It's just like if a lead comes in, like a hot lead comes in, like we expect people to like answer it right away, because we have about 5 minutes before then the lead gets a little bit colder.
Right, that shouldn't be an issue with answering the phone. I mean, I can always answer the phone.
Yeah, and like we have a CRM, so like you won't need to use your own personal phone. I mean, if you
use Follow Up Boss, what do you use?
We use Lofty.
Lofty, okay.
Yeah, it used to be called Chime.
And so what? 2 to 4K is base pay plus commission. What do you see it as?
Yeah, basically base pay is like around 2K, and then the other 2K is commissions.
Okay, so you make up to $4,000
right
a month.
Right. Yeah, and like kind of like the evolution of this position is like this is like a entry level junior rep type deal, and then if you're good and you like it, then it would be like a closer thing. But it sounds like you have like the real estate stuff as your full time, the agent side.
Right. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think there's an opportunity there to help you, or?
I could show you around like in like a Zoom call, and then you can kind of tell me. From my experience, I've seen it's tough unless like you're really doing this like close to full time. Like if your energy and attention's on it, because there's leads, there's follow up, there's tasks. Like it's not so cut and dry like answering a phone, qualifying, and that's it. Like you answer the phone, the lead has 2 minutes, and they say, "Oh, call me back in 20 minutes."
What are your KPIs like?
As far as like calls needed and things.
Yeah, like calls. Is there like a certain amount of deals that need to be? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
The main thing for this role is at least 2 hours of talk time a day, and then this should generate about 1 to 2 deals a month.
And it's 2 hours of talk time that's usually achieved. I mean,
yeah,
people are answering the phone, not answering.
Yeah. No,
because I've done a job of this similar type thing. It was just all commissions, so it was
a little more tricky.
Working.
Yeah. This one is achieved, because we got a bunch of leads, so it's like, like we have plenty of leads in the system to talk to. It's not like cold leads or anything. It's people who've inquired. So yeah, definitely could be achieved, but it takes time. Like the 2 hours might happen in 2 hours, or it might happen in 6 hours. It's kind of like,
right, of course.
Yeah. So that's kind of like my honest feedback is it's difficult to have success so that it's like valuable to you and to me, unless you really like focused on it,
Right. But is anyone really, I guess, 4,000 a month? Like, are you getting full-time applicants for 4,000 a month? That's not much money.
Yeah, to be honest, like I mainly get it overseas.
Right.
Yeah, I get like people are thrilled for $3-4 grand a month.
Yeah.
So usually like the people in South Florida or in America, they're like my closers. They're like the people that are, getting deals under contract.
How much are they making?
They make about 15 to 18% commission per deal. And that turns out to be like on the low end, maybe like 60 to 70 grand a year. And then on the high end, like 150, 180.
All right. Yeah. Well, I was just looking for an opportunity to make some extra money. So I have my monthly income raised a bit, so I can at least always pay all my bills without dipping into savings and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe we can set up a Zoom and see if it's something feasible. You say 6 hours per day. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. That's from my experience, like where it's going to be worth it. That it's like you feel like you're winning. I feel like you're winning. Anything less than that and going to showings back and forth, unless you're like, calculating your time perfectly, it's going to be challenging.
Right.
So, but No, I mean, yeah, it's something that we could both think about. It's no stress. Like, it's not something like you have to decide right now, or but and you could always
No,
keep.
I'll reach out. Maybe I'll set up because I do have a lot of time. So let's see. Maybe we set up a Zoom. Let me think about it, and obviously, it's your decision as well. But let's speak if I'm interested in finding out more.
Not a problem, man. Not a problem.
All right. Appreciate your time. Thank you.
All right, not a problem. Have a good one.
Bye.
That's that. Let's call this person. Who's this? Oh, Everett is the seller that we closed.
Well,
What's up, man?
what's up?
How are you?
Well, I'm good.
You good?
Yeah.
All right, man. Nice. What's up? How can I help?
I saw you called me, so I was returning the call.
I called you?
It's on my phone.
Oh, that's weird. My bad. I might have called you by accident, but it's always good to talk to you. You got any other properties or any other friends with properties that they want to sell?
If I get some, I'll give you a call.
I appreciate it, man. How's the motel going?
It's going good.
Good. Man, when it's done, let me know. I want to go by, check it out, and hang out with you over there.
All right.
All right, man. Well, good talking to you, man. I hope everything went well, and let me know if I can help with anything.
All right.
All right, peace. That was a seller that I think I was live here one day when it happened. Is basically I went an in-person appointment with him. It was a lead of a house in Miami. It was a fire damage house. The guy kept telling me to go get the contract signed. He has a motel in Miami. I would go to the motel, and he was never there. He ditched us a bunch of times. I'm like, what the fuck? So finally, I caught him there. Like, I went to the motel. I stayed. He wasn't answering the phone. He got in the car with me. I took him to Cricket Wireless to get his phone fixed, and then whatever. We ended up getting the deal signed a couple of days later. We sold it on my WhatsApp chat. Join the WhatsApp chat on the link below. We sold it on the chat. We made like 12, 13 grand. The other wholesaler made like another 3 to 4 grand, I think. And it was good. Nice guy. And then he referred me somebody else, but haven't been able to buy their property. I'm like working on it. So good guy. He's a good guy. But anyways, hope you like this video. Appreciate it. Hope these phone calls are helpful. Let me know in the comments what you think I should make a video about. I'm starting to think to make some more educational videos, sharing my screen, just mainly for my own fun, because doing these are fun and I get deals, but also I want to provide more value to you. So let me know what you think I should make videos about. And if you want access to me, or check out the links below. I have a lot of my resources I use and my chat and all that stuff like that. Peace. Have a good one.